Anyway, back to my story. These yuppies, these fucking Wall Street bankers, they buy, alright, the most stupid shit, alright? They buy Fabergé eggs and $50,000 fucking watches and shit like that. They spend all this money. They could spend all this money fucking helping people and building charities and doing good things. I kind of like Donald Trump, even though he is a rich cocksucker and he is kind of like that. He does do some good things with his money. Bill Gates, of course, he does all these little upstart things. He helps a lot of people, and hell, the computer I'm talking to you through probably wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Bill Gates. And actually, Steve Jobs came up with it kind of first, but Bill Gates stole most of his shit from Steve Jobs. A little history lesson there for you. But the fact is that I'll tell you a story. My mom dated this dude one time. Now, he was rich. He wasn't like fucking just kind of rich where he had a house and a car and everything. This motherfucker had money put away in a fucking bunker somewhere. I mean, he had money. He had lots and lots of fucking money. He was just paranoid and didn't want to spend it. For the life of me, I can't remember what the fuck this dude did for a living. Really, I didn't care. But he fucking hated me, alright? He wanted to send me off to boarding school and all this shit. Wanted me to dress up in little ties and suits. I went to a fucking public school. This motherfucker wanted me to wear a suit. And the kids made fun of me for it, and I don't wear suits anymore. I own a suit, but it's just for, like, job interviews and shit. But, the dude, he just, like, he would look in his eyes, and there was nothing there, like, no fucking soul of any kind. I don't mean soul as a godly soul, I mean as an expression of your mind. TJ said that, by the way. It's not my original idea. If I say something on here, by the way, and like a comedian or somebody else said and I don't mention it, please let me know and I'll fucking correct myself. I don't try to steal somebody's shit and make it my own idea. I mention what other people say. But anyway, the dude, he was just a fucking prick. If any of you have ever seen American Psycho or read the book, and actually I have the book right there, fucking somewhere. Oh, never mind, it's in the back. It's on my bookshelf. Actually, right there. It's my bookshelf. All my books. Anyway. The dude, he was just an asshole and everything, and he liked to fuck with people, but as far as American Psycho goes, for those of you who've seen it or read the book, that's what a lot of rich people are like. I've seen I walk past them a lot in this town. There are some rich people who go into the Olive Garden. They see me and they clutch their purse tight and shit. I was walking past this woman in Walmart. It's quite obvious she was well off. She had real gold earrings. You can always tell they're real gold and not fake gold because they're shinier. Real gold shines better. That bullshit gold plating or just fake ass gold doesn't have a real shine to it. That's how you can spot rich people. They got real diamonds or real gold on, or rich women in particular. But anyway, she was well off. She was walking past me and she clutched her purse tighter when I passed by. I just happened to notice a $50 bill fell out of it. I guess she didn't stow her money as good as she should have. But no, I'm sorry, this didn't happen the other day. This happened like a month ago. I'm fucking stupid about dates sometimes. But anyway, she dropped her money, and I pick it up to hand it back to her. And I go, hey, you dropped this, you know. And she just gives me this look like I was gonna fucking stab her with an ice pick, you know. She didn't want to touch my hand. She just, you know, just did one of those things. Oh, she's like, yeah, thanks, you know. Just all pissed off, just fake as fucking hell. I just remember thinking that she didn't want to touch me because it was kind of like, oh, poor's a disease, I don't want to touch the poor motherfucker, I might catch it, you know. Lose all my money. Anyway. It's shit like that I can point out by not being Christian. Or any type of religion. Now, when TJ or when Brett Keane or anybody puts out a video, or when I read one of these books by Christopher Hitchens or Richard Dawkins, I read it kind of slowly. And I do this on purpose. I can read books real fast. I read story books real fast, like American Psycho, or I got Catcher in the Rye. I'm trying to read that as fast as I can. But I do not read books like, even the Bible, too. I read it kind of page by page or chapter by chapter. And I ask myself the questions that they ask of me. What do you think about this, and this, and what do you think the world would be like about this? And I ask myself, do I agree or do I not agree? In the Bible, and people who take it too fucking seriously, they read it and it commands you to do something. It tells you to do these things. It doesn't say, you know, oh, you can agree or not agree. I command you to kill gays. I command you to kill people who don't go to church on Sunday, you know. Crazy shit like that, you know. The earth is flat, you know. There's no disproving that, obviously. And if you walk far enough, you'll walk right off the fucking edge of it. I don't know if you knew that, but it's fucking totally true. According to the Bible. The earth is flat, stationary, rests on pillars, and if you walk far enough, you'll fall into hell. Hey, I didn't make this up, you know. I'm just saying what I was told as a kid. It's fucking crazy, but even crazier than that is some people who take things a little too seriously. I'll give you an example here of shit that you can read. Now, before you get to the end of this paper, you can agree or disagree with it, but I disagree with it within the first paragraph. And here, this is an advice column in my local paper. I'll read it to you. It's called Ask Amy. You can ask this woman anything. And this woman asked her, she said, "Dear Amy, if I read your column correctly, and believe me, I hope I'm wrong," that's in parentheses, "you have regularly condoned and even encouraged sex outside of marriage." Right there, first fucking paragraph I disagree with. "I am forced to wonder if you have ever considered how many of society's problems can be traced back to this popular activity. If you haven't, please consider for a moment what the world would be like if sex only occurred inside of marriage. The number of unwanted pregnancies would be decimated. The need for abortion would be virtually eliminated. Few, if any, children would grow up in a single-parent home where the parent is barely out of childhood herself. My goodness, imagine what would happen to the welfare system. What if almost everyone grew up in stable two-parent homes? It boggles the mind, doesn't it? I won't even get started on STDs. Karis." And this is what Amy said back to this fucking stupid cunt. It says, "Dear Karis, I'm relieved that you won't get started on STDs. That could only lead to more trouble. I don't quite see the equation you draw between unwanted pregnancies and marriage. We can assume that at least some pregnancies occurring within marriage are unplanned and perhaps even unwanted. As we all know, getting married does not prevent children from growing up in a single-parent home. People have been marrying and dissolving their marriages for a long, long time, leaving children to grow up in a variety of parental situations. I agree with the concept that a stable two-parent home probably provides the best context for child rearing, but many two-parent homes are unstable, and some stable families are led by two parents who can't legally marry. My stand on sex outside of marriage is that consenting adults can and will have it regardless of what you or I say. It's not my business, and as long as it doesn't injure or harm anyone, frighten the animals, involve the kids, or break up another family, it shouldn't be your business either." And that's my point. I go after Christians, and many atheists do, because that's the one point that I love so much. They don't mind their own fucking business. If two dudes want to fuck each other in the ass, it's their business. Let them fucking do it. It ain't fucking hurting you. Somehow these fucking idiots have convinced themselves it does, but I got more to say, so I'll do part 4.